Good morning class. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss the next point in error detection and correction technique is that the VRC. VRC means vertical redundancy check method. This is the error detecting method and the types of error. There are mainly two types of error, single bit error and the burst error. In a previous lecture we discussed the concept of layered architecture and error in data communication. In layered architecture or concept of layered architecture, it is used to reduce the design complexity and number of networks are organized in a series of layers. And the basic idea of layered architecture is to divide the design into the small pieces, and each layer adds to the services provided by the lower layer in such a manner that the highest layer is provided with the set of services to manage the communication and run the application. The basic elements of the layered architecture or layered model are the service, protocols and the interfaces. The message from one layer to another layer are sent through the interfaces. Services means a set of actions that a layer offers to the another layer, and the protocol means a set of rules that a layer uses to exchange the information with the pair entity. This is the concept of layered architecture which we discussed in a previous lecture, as well as we discussed the errors in a data communication. Data can be corrupted during the transmissions, and for a reliable transmission, error must be detected and corrected, so that errors in a data are basically caused due to the various impairments and that occurs during the transmission. And error detection and correction are implemented either at the data link layer and the transport of the OSI layer. In digital communication system, totally error-free transmission is not possible due to the transmission impairments. And at the receiving end, there should be a mechanism for detecting of the errors and if possible for their corrections. There are mainly three types of impairments. Impairments or error can occur. First is the attenuation, second is the distortion and third is the noise. Attenuation means what? The loss of energy means the attenuation. And the strength of a signal decreases with increasing distance with the causes of loss of energy. Distortion is the second error or impairment. Distortion means signal changes its form or shape is called as a distortion, and distortion occurs in a composite signals. And third point we discussed in a previous lecture is that noise. Noise is defined as an unwanted data, or it is also called as a unwanted signal that mix up the original signal is called as a noise. And there are mainly four types of noise. First is the induced noise, crosstalk noise, thermal noise and impulse noise, which may corrupt the signal. Induced noise comes from the source such as motors and appliances. Thermal noise is a movement of electrons in the wires which create an extra signal. Crosstalk noise is when one wire affected to the another wire. An impulse noise is a signal with a high energy that comes from lightning or a power lines. This is the all about concept we discussed in a previous lecture. Let us start today's lecture's points. First is the types of error. There are mainly two types of error. First is the single bit error and second is the burst error. The interferences like a noise and distortion etc. can be change the timing and shape of the signal. If the signal is carrying binary encoded data, such changes can alter the meaning of a data. And these errors can be divided into two types. First is a single bit and second is a burst error. First point is a single bit error. In single bit error, only one bit in the data unit has a changed. Means, as the name suggested, a single bit error occurs when a single bit gets changed during the transmission of a data due to the interference in a network communication. The term single bit error means that only one bit in the data unit has been changed. Means in a single bit error, only one bit of a given data unit such as byte, character or data unit or a packet is changed from 0 to 1 or from a 1 to 0. And single bit errors are more likely occur in a parallel transmission. It is occurred in a parallel transmission. In this example, suppose sender sends this type of data, that is 00000010, and receiver received that data at the receiver side, that is 0000. Here it changes from 0 to 1. Here the single bit error is occurred. Means only one bit in a data unit has been changed is called as a single bit error. Next point is the burst error. The term burst error means that two or more bits in a data unit have changed from 1 to 0 or from 0 to 1. And the burst errors are most likely occur in a serial transmission. Single bit error occur in a parallel transmission. Likely burst errors occurred in a serial transmission. And the length of a burst error is measured from the first corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit. It is measured from first corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit. Some bits in between may not have been corrupted. Some of them are not corrupted in between. In burst error, multiple bits of the binary value changes, and the burst errors can change any two or more bits in a transmission. And these bits need not be adjacent bits, and burst errors are more likely to occur in a serial transmission. In this example, length of the burst error is a 8 bit, and error occurred in a this 0 is changed with 1. Here again 0 is changed with 1. After that, at the 5th bit, 0 is again changed with 1. Here in this example, these bits need not be adjacent bits. Means errors in a adjacent bit is not necessary. Burst error are more likely to occur in a serial transmission. This is a burst error. There are mainly two types of error. Single bit error, which is occurred only one bit is changed from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, and in a burst error more than two or more than bits are changed in a data unit from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, and it is occurred in a serial transmission. Single bit error occurred in a parallel transmission. Next point is a error detection. Error detection means to decide whether the received data is correct or not without having a copy of the original message. And the error detection uses the concept of redundancy, which means that adding extra bits for detecting errors at the destination side. And the error detection uses the concept of redundancy. The number of techniques available now for error detection and correction methods, and the error detection is the process of detecting the error during the transmission between sender and receiver. A few codes or bits in associative or association with the data are appended to the data unit so that the receiver can detect the presence of error by using the simple algorithm. And redundancy allows a receiver to check whether the received data was corrupted during the transmission, and the redundancy is the concept of using the extra bits used in a error detection technique. And redundancy bit is also called as a parity bit. Parity may be odd or a even parity. Odd or even parity signifies that the total number of ones in a bit string is an odd or even number. Suppose, for example, 1001 is a 4-bit data unit considering the 2 1 bits. Since that is an even number, and a 0 would be added to maintain the even parity. And suppose if odd parity was being maintained, another 1 would be added in a data unit. Next point is the redundancy. Redundancy means what? The central concept in detecting or correcting errors is a redundancy. To be able to detect or correct the errors, we need to send some extra bits with our data. And these redundancy bits are added by the sender or removed by the receiver. And their presence allows the receiver to detect or correct the corrupted bits. To detect or correct the errors, we need to send the extra bits with the data. This is called as a redundant bit. Extra bits means a redundant bit. Next point is the process of redundancy bits to check the accuracy of the data unit. The figure shows the process of using a redundancy bit to check the accuracy of a data unit. In this, the data stream has been generated. First of all, data stream generated and it passes through a device that analyzes it. It passes to the generating function and it analyzes it and adds of an appropriate coded redundancy check. It adds the redundancy check and the data unit now enlarged by the several bits travel over the link at the receiver. The receiver puts this data and redundancy check the entire bit stream through the checking function. If a receiver bit stream passes to the checking criteria, the data portion of the data unit is accepted. This is accepted by the receiver and the redundancy bit is discarded, means rejected. This is called as a redundancy check, or this is the process of redundant bit to check whether the accuracy of a data unit. Next point is the types of error detecting check. There are mainly 4 types of error detecting techniques. First is a parity checking or VRC. VRC means vertical redundancy check, longitudinal redundancy check, that is LRC, cyclic redundancy check, that is CRC, and the checksum. The error detecting method or the detection of errors is caused by the noise or other impairment during the transmission of the transmitter and the receiver to the receiver. And the correction of errors is more difficult than the detection. In detection technique, we looking only to see if any error is occurred or not. We are not even interested in the number of errors, a single bit error, same as a burst error. There are 4 types of error detecting technique. Here only we detect the error, and this is the detecting methods, means error detecting methods. First is the parity checking, means VRC, vertical redundancy check, that is parity check. The vertical redundancy check is maintained of a parity bit. An additional bit is added with the original block to ensure that the data is transmitted correctly, is known as a parity check technique. There are mainly 2 types of parity check. First is the even parity bit, second is the odd parity bit. This is the most common and inexpensive mechanism of error detection, is called as a parity check. It is also called as a parity check, means vertical redundancy check is also called as a parity check technique. And there are mainly 2 types of parity check. First is a even, second is a odd parity check. A redundancy bit, that is a parity bit, is appended to every data unit so that the total, remember these highlighted points, the total number of ones in the unit becomes even if there is a even parity, means total number of ones count is a even. Suppose we use the even parity, and there are a even parity check and the odd parity check. And for a odd parity check, the total number of ones is in the unit is a odd, is called as a odd parity. Here total number of ones is even, is called as a even parity, and total number of ones is in the unit is odd, is called as a odd parity. Next point is the example of even parity bit. Consider the data that is 11000001. If we pass this data to even parity generator, count the number of ones which are 3. In this data unit, the number of ones is 3. That is odd number. Now add the 1 as a parity bit. Here again it added or appended 1 in a data unit, so the number will become a 4. That is 11000011. Again count the number, we alter the data. Now number of ones are 4, which is even number. This is called as a even parity bit. Like a even parity, the same concept used in a odd parity checking. Here in this example, this is the data, pass this data to the generator. Here number of ones are odd, so that we add or appended one extra parity bit in this original data and send to the receiver, so that the number of ones in a data unit is a even. This is the even parity bit. Next is this is the example. Here same example with the graphical or a vertical redundancy check. First, this is the data. Even parity generator, it checks the number of ones, it is odd, or we use the even parity, so that appended 1 or VRC or parity bit is 1 added by the sender and it is again sent to the receiver. At the checking function, if the total number of ones is even, receiver checks by using a checking function. Suppose it is even, then it is data is corrected, sent by the sender. This is called as a vertical redundancy check technique. Next point is the example related to the parity checking or a VRC. Suppose in this example, sender wants to send this type of a data unit, that is 11101111, to the receiver, and both uses the even parity checking. And the solution of this program or solution of this problem is that original data is sent by the sender is 111011. Here both uses the even parity, so that both sender and receiver uses the even parity checking. As the total number of ones of the data unit are 6. The parity bit added to the end of the data unit will be 0, because 6 is a even number. So the total number of ones is a even, and even parity is used so that it added 0 at the end of a data unit. At the end of data unit it added 0. So it maintains the even parity of data unit, so that the actual data sent by the sender is 01110111. At the receiver side, receiver received this data unit and 0 is discarded, means extra bit is discarded by the receiver. Same example is for a odd parity checking. Here suppose the sender wants to send this data unit and receiver and sender uses the both odd parity checking. Solution for this problem is that original data is 111011 and the actual, here in this example both sender and receiver uses the odd parity checking. As the total number of ones in a data unit are even, so that is the 6. So that the parity bit added to the end of the data unit will be 1, because total number of ones are odd in a odd parity checking, so that it maintains the odd parity of a data unit, and actual sent data by the sender is 11110111. This is the examples of vertical redundancy check or a parity check. This is all about our today's lecture's point. In the next lecture, we discuss the concept of LRC, that is longitudinal redundancy check, or a CRC, cyclic redundancy check method. Thank you.